Hello and welcome to Vietnam Today from Nhân Television. I'm Hai Yến and now let's check our headlines for this hour. Now Vietnam-China agree to strengthen bilateral ties. Prime Minister addresses World Economic Forum's country strategic dialogue on Vietnam. And Ban Chok waterfall, largest waterfall in Southeast Asia. Now, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and Chinese Premier Li Qiang discussed and agreed on many important contents during their talks in Beijing, China on June the 26th.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính emphasized that the party, state, and people of Vietnam consistently attach importance to promoting the South relations with the fraternity of Chinese party, government, and people. Chinese Premier Li Qiang stressed that China always considers Vietnam as a priority in its foreign policy with neighboring countries and supports Vietnam to successfully carry out national industrialization and modernization and raise its position in the world. At the talks, the two leaders agreed to promote the effective implementation of the Vietnam-China Joint Statement on the continued enhancement of the comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership, while maintaining exchanges and meetings at all levels. Prime Minister Chính proposed China to accelerate the opening of its market to agricultural and aquatic products of Vietnam, create conditions for the early establishment of trade promotion offices of Vietnam in Trang Tu and Hai Khẩu City, coordinate to improve the customs clearance capacity to avoid goods congestions at border gates, work together to thoroughly deal with problems of some cooperation projects in the spirit of harmonizing interests and sharing risk, and speed up the implementation of China's non-refundable aid packages for Vietnam.
On the same day, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính attended and delivered a speech at the World Economic Forum's country strategic dialogue on Vietnam in Tianjin City of China on June the 26th.
The dialogue was the only national-level event organized by the World Economic Forum during its 2023 annual meeting, aiming to introduce Vietnam's experience as a model for economic recovery and efforts in transitioning its growth model. The government leader elaborated that the country is actively implementing three strategic breakthroughs, which are the comprehensive improvement of institutions, the development of a high-quality workforce, and the construction of modern and synchronous infrastructure. The Prime Minister suggested that the World Economic Forum and its members continue to collaborate with and support Vietnam in technology, finance, high-quality human resources training, and modern governance. In response, the World Economic Forum leaders and business leaders acknowledged Vietnam as one of the bright spots in the region's economic recovery, and successful model in pandemic prevention, and a pioneer in growth, modern transformation, and energy transition.
On the same day, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính received Robert McCoy, Vice Chairman of NASDAQ, who expressed his impressions on Vietnam's achievements in economic recovery and growth. Lauding NASDAQ's support for Vietnamese businesses, the leader hoped that the company can inform Vietnam about monetary policies of major countries, global financial market trends, and experience to develop its domestic capital market. McCoy said he is committed to supporting Vietnamese firms in expanding their global reach. He also wished to welcome Prime Minister Chính to the NASDAQ Stock Exchange as quickly as possible.
Coming up next, Vietnamese Products Week underway in Japan. And Ban Chok waterfall, largest waterfall in Southeast Asia. Now, Vietnamese Products Week 2023 is underway in Japan's Saitama prefectures and all supermarkets and retail outlets of the AEON network in the country. The annual event is part of the Promoting Vietnamese Enterprises Direct Participation in Foreign Distribution Networks by 2030 projects, which aims to raise Vietnam's export to AEON trade centers to $1 billion by 2025. Vietnamese Products Week 2023, which opened on June the 23rd, helps Vietnamese businesses connect with Japanese partners and consumers, It just creates more jobs and adds value to Vietnamese agricultural products. As part of the event, the AEON Group is holding activities to promote Vietnam's image, cultural identity, and tourism offerings, such as performances of Vietnamese traditional dance, music, and martial arts. And now, Cao Bang province in northeastern Vietnam, bordering China's Guangxi province, has some well-known historic sites, including Lenin Stream, Bắc Bó Cave, and Bản Dốc Waterfall, the largest waterfall in Southeast Asia and world's fourth largest border waterfall.
Located in the northeastern province of Cao Bang, the falls are 30 meters high and 300 meters across, making Bản Dốc the widest but not the highest waterfall in the country. The falls occur on the Guayson River, a beautiful jade blue body of water flowing from China through a pastoral landscape of rice fields and bamboo groves surrounded by limestone pinnacles. Under a Vietnam-China border delimitation treaty signed in 1999, Bản Dốc waterfall is divided into two parts. The lower waterfall is entirely in Vietnam's territory, while the upper waterfall is half in Vietnam and half in China. The best time to visit Bản Dốc waterfall is around August and September, the perfect combination where there is a lot of water and the color is clear and blue. You will also find beautiful rice fields in Bản Dốc during this season. Despite improved road access and public transportation connections and the popularity of the waterfall on social media, Bản Dốc is still a relatively off the beaten path site. Mass tourism has yet to arrive, and outside of weekends and public holidays, there's rarely more than a trickle of foreign and domestic visitors, making it the perfect place for people to escape the crowds.
And that's the end for today's bulletin. Thanks for your watching and see you.